Jennifer, let us bring the city council to order. She didn't even hear me. We're going to stand for a moment of silence and be led by the Pledge of Allegiance. And while we're standing, I don't know if you know the Spann family, but Jane Spann, an educator here in Spartanburg, passed on yesterday. Her husband was a realtor around town, but very prominent family. So just think about them in your prayers. Moment of silence. Amen. We're going to be led by the pledge. You want to get a scout? Come on, you want to come up and lead us? I know I'm putting you on the spot, buddy. Yes, sir.
I pledge allegiance to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll be item 3, swearing in of the mayor and city council members. And I will start it off with, she has the Bible. A, the Honorable Mayor Jerome Rice Jr. Oath of office administered by Jerome Rice III, Javaris Rice, Talib Caldwell, and Jamario Pigney. Jamario's not able to make it. And assisted by Dr. Shay Rice. Come on up, guys. This side, Shay.
remove buildings.
Do I need to get in the mic? You want to stand right there?
You ready?
Yep.
I, Jerome Rice Jr.,
I, Jerome Rice Jr.,
do solemnly swear
that
that I am duly qualified
according to the Constitution of the State of South Carolina,
according to the Constitution of the State of South Carolina,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duty of the office
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of this state,
and preserve and defend the Constitution of this state
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
And I do further solemnly swear
And I do further solemnly swear
that as mayor for the municipality, God Almighty,
and as mayor of the municipality of Spartanburg,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me.
and I will use my best endeavors to preserve the peace,
And I will use my best endeavors to preserve the peace,
support and defend the interests of
support and defend the interests of
the citizens of this city,
the citizens of this city,
and carry into effect according
and carry into effect accordingly
to the law, the purposes for which I have been
to the law and the purpose to which I have been elected. Thank you. Yeah. You guys can see who my biggest critics are right here. He was trying to give me as much as he can. But again, thank you to Spartanburg for this opportunity to serve as your mayor for the next 4 years. And first and foremost, I cannot say anything except giving honor to our God Lord and Savior, Jesus, who makes everything happen for our household. So to that end, I do want to thank my family, my mother, of course, we all call her Grandma B. So thank you to my mother. I wouldn't be here without her. To one of my biggest cheerleaders back there, I'm sure going live, my sister Jennifer. And of course, you met my family, my kids. Jamaria was not able to be here, but also my biggest. Before I get to my biggest, and also Bathsheba, she's like a sister to us, more so than just a cousin. So it's always happy to see her. And really to my biggest cheerleader, the one that really keeps me grounded, to my wife, Dr. Shay Rice, man. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for putting up with this city and all the things that come with it. And again, thank you all for the ones that supported me. I couldn't be in this position without your support, your help, from a door knock, from a financial standpoint, and just from an encouraging word. Thank you. Again, I don't take this lightly to serve as the mayor. I do not. As a young man growing up, as a young kid growing up in Spartanburg, I see a very good friend of mine, Keith McCullough. We grew up over in the north side, and man, we didn't see this, bro. We didn't see this, and it's such an honor, guys. You don't know what it means to me to stand before you, to carry this title and to carry this load with this council. I ran my platform on again public education, public health, public safety, and that's still paramount as to where we're going. But I do want to talk about opportunities for the next 4 years, opportunities for our young people. I mean, right now in Spartanburg, you know, we're having a time with violence, and it's a lot of violence with our young people. So I plan in the next 4 years, we're already establishing a children cabinet. We're working with SAM, Spartanburg Academic Movement. Dr. Booker and I have had conversations, and we are full steam ahead. We're getting our young people involved and having opportunities. We never would have thought, man, to have a baseball team here downtown Spartanburg. That's an opportunity. To have the new city-county joint complex downtown, that's an opportunity. To have the new development on the north side, that's an opportunity. To have Dr. T.K. Gregg, to have C.C. Woodson, to have all of these amenities, to have the walking trail, Laura, that's an opportunity for our young people here. And the way Spartanburg moved, we've always been a resilient people in Spartanburg. We've always worked hard in Spartanburg. But the harder we work, we have to identify and notice our young people. I happen to work at the high school, and I should be giving that speech to them. But again, this next 4 guys, we have a lot of momentum going. There's a lot of great things that are happening, but we want all of us to help a young person out, mentor a young person, pat a young person on the back, encourage a young person. You never know how far that goes. You never do. But I want to encourage each and every one of us, when you see a young person, just pat them on the back. Ask them how they're doing. You never know how far that goes. One last thing. I think it may have been Baker, and he just walked in a little late. I had a reporter or a channel, one of the news reporters asking me about success. And I talked a little bit about success when I talk about baseball and the things we have going on downtown, the planetarium, all the new housing developments and all that. But one thing, Dr. K. Woodward called me the ever-present mayor. I wanted to be out and about amongst our people. So one thing I measured my success for is I was leaving the Y one day, Shay, and stopped by Family Dollar right here on Main Street. Get a Gatorade or something. I just finished working out, short, and I'm a sweater for you guys that do the miles with the mayor. I'm sweating, and I get out of my car, and it's this gentleman, older gentleman. He's a little older, well, appeared to be a little older than I am, 2 of them, and he had 2 little kids, a little boy maybe 7, 8, 2 little girls, 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. And they were on the sidewalk. So he tried to get them off the sidewalk so I could walk by. I'm like, no, I'll go around. I'll go out in the street, in the parking area, and go in the parking area to go in. And as I walked by the kid and the older gentleman, I could hear the little boy whisper, "That's the mayor. That's the mayor." So I turned around, went back, introduced myself. Of course, he already knew who I was, but that's what I mean by opportunities. That little boy that met me somewhere along the line, that going into that Family Dollar, sweats, tennis shoes, probably sweating, he could do the same thing because we're shopping in the same store. We're walking in the same footprint, okay? So that's what I mean by success. And that's what this last 4 years has been to me. There's a lot of great things out there that's going on, but to me, that's how I measure success. So thank you all for your support. Thank you all for being here tonight, and thank you for the next 4 years. Thank you. Ruth is a big cheerleader too. Thank you, Ruth. All right, B, we'll have the Honorable Jamie Fulmer, City Council District 4, oath of office administered by McLean, Faircloth Former, assisted by Catherine Former and Dr. Sid Former. Come on up, Doc.
I, Jamie Former,
I, Jamie Fulmer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of the State of South Carolina,
according to the Constitution of the State of South Carolina,
to exercise the duties of office
to exercise the duties of office
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been elected, appointed,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of this state
and preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of this state
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
And I do further solemnly swear
And I do further solemnly swear,
that as council member for the municipality of Spartanburg,
as a council member for the municipality of Spartanburg,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
I will equally, fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability and skill,
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
and I will use my best endeavors to preserve the peace,
and I will use my best endeavors to preserve the peace,
support and defend the interests of the citizens of the city,
support and defend the interests of the citizens of this city,
and carry into effect according to the law
and carry into effect according to the law
the purposes for which I have been elected.
the purposes for which I have been elected. Mayor Rice, members of council, and fellow citizens, it is truly a great honor to serve the people of our great city. I want to thank my family who's here in part. I have one son who just landed in Tanzania as part of a travel study program and another that's at a class at the University of South Carolina. But I was joined by my youngest son, McLean, my wife, and my father. But I want to thank my family, friends, supporters, and especially the voters of District 4 for trusting me with the opportunity to represent you for another 4 years. I also want to congratulate the mayor and Janie for being sworn in tonight, and I look forward to working with you and all of our colleagues on council as we serve the people of Spartanburg together. I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. Friends from across our state and region are often amazed by how much Spartanburg has changed over the past generation. And we all know that that didn't happen by accident. It happened because this community was resolute and we chose collaboration over division. Today, public discourse is often driven by mistrust, misinformation, and performative activism, amplified by social media platforms that fuel and accelerate vitriol, but deliver little real change. The best response to that noise is not more noise, it's results. I believe what matters most is the work, improving public safety, expanding economic opportunity, addressing housing affordability, improving health outcomes, and ensuring quality development that benefits our entire community. My reason for serving is pretty simple. I love this place. I believe that Spartanburg is at its best when we focus on what brings us together, listen to one another, and treat each other with respect and work together toward common sense solutions. We won't always agree, and that's okay, but we're still connected by something bigger, our shared commitment to this city that we all love. If we choose collaboration over conflict, learn from the past, stay focused on what's ahead, we can continue building a city of progress and success. Simply put, we can dream big and we can achieve great things. That's the spirit in which I will serve the next 4 years as we take on the challenges and opportunities ahead. Thank you very much.
Item C, the Honorable Janie Sally, City Council District 5, oath of office administered by Mr. Roland Lamont Sally, assisted by Dr. Sarah Simmons. And comments to follow.
I, Janie Sally,
I, Janie Sally,
do solemnly swear that I am duly qualified,
do solemnly swear that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of the State of South Carolina,
according to the Constitution for the State of South Carolina,
to exercise the duties of the office to which I have been appointed,
to exercise the duty of the office to which I have been appointed,
and that I, to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve,
and protect,
and defend the Constitution of this state
and defend the Constitution of this state
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
And I do further solemnly swear
I do solemnly,
I do further solemnly swear
I do further solemnly swear
that as council member of the municipality
that as council member of the municipality
of Spartanburg, that I will equally, fairly, and impartially, to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability and skill,
exercise the trust reposed in me,
exercise the trust that was imposed upon me,
and I will use my best endeavors
and I will use my best endeavors
to preserve the peace, support and defend
the
interests of the citizens of the city,
the interests and the citizens of the city,
and carry into effect, according to the law, the purposes for which I have been elected.
to the purposes for which I have been elected. Good evening. I thought I was funny. And I want to say thank you to everyone that has come tonight. Also, I especially want to say that I am filled with gratitude and humility and honored to have your trust and support. The confidence in you for seeing my vision and my leadership is humbling. I want to thank my family. My husband is not here tonight because he's ailing. My youngest son he works in, what's the name of the city? Marietta, South Carolina, so it's a long way from here out of Campbell, getting off at 5:30 and dealing with the traffic. But I do have my family, and I have my supporters, and I have my friends, and I want you all to say, yay. It is a heartfelt thank you that I want to share to my supporters for their resources, their time, their energy, and their efforts that they made, and that has an impact on my being reelected. Whether you gave, attend, or worked an event, or just spreading the word, is more than I can just say that I have been graced with. To my council members, I thank you all for working with me and beside me, and welcome and congratulations to the mayor and Councilman Fulmer. Lastly, I want to say that I know that we have successfully brought Spartanburg to a beautiful fruition, and I know it's going to go further. I want to make sure that we only not take care of the downtown area, but the surrounding areas. And we are working with a great staff who I know I bother constantly, but I really appreciate them for helping and making sure things goes well. So as we look forward for the next 4 years, I will be plugging at you, digging into you, and requesting of you. So to the neighbors in district that I represent, I want to make sure that you're happy and that we continue to work well together. Thank you.
All right, we have item 4. No, before I go to item 4, Councilwoman Erica Brown had a recent surgery, so she's not able to be with us. I know she's watching online, so she would have hers as soon as she's able to return, her swearing in, as soon as she's able to return, just so you know. Item 4, we have election of the 2026 Mayor Pro Tem to council. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion, we elect Councilmember Littlejohn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, Ruth. Welcome. To that end, item 5, we have approval of the minutes for the December 15th, 2025 City Council meeting.
So moved.
Second? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any that oppose? Ayes have it. Item 6, approval of the agenda for the January 12th, 2026.
So moved. Second.
All in, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Great, great. Public comment, we do have a few. And to that end, we know there's a new way of doing public comments. We wanted to make it more efficient and accommodate anyone that may need some accommodations by doing it a little early. So you still have the opportunity to go forward. I know it's online, but you do have the opportunity to go to City Hall to fill one out as well. So with that being said, we still have 2 minutes. I'm a stickler guy, so the 2 minutes of your time to speak. And once you give us your name and just name, don't even worry about your address. We have your address here. So just give us your name again, state who's coming forward, and you turn it around. And your time will start after that. So Phoebe, we're gonna ask you to come up, please, ma'am. Is that it? Help me out. My glasses. Webbington? Didn't show? Now that's something that we'll have to address. Okay, good. Moving on, we have Miss Wright. Yes, Miss Wright. Come, either one. You have, give us your name, and we will start your time after that.
My name is Juliet Wright. Please excuse me because this is emotional. Yesterday afternoon, on Sunday, January 11th, I had a terrifying incident while walking on the Birchwood Trail, where I was confronted by two men in a coordinated planned attack. One man was at least 6 feet tall, maybe taller, and was wearing a full ski mask covering his whole face, except for the strip of his eyes. He was carrying what can only be described as a 6-foot limb behind him in both hands, so it stuck out either side. The other man that was with him split to the other side of the path, blocking my way. So the only way I could get through would be to go between them. I have shared the details of this incident on Facebook and to warn other women that walk and run alone on these trails that we usually feel safe on. I don't have time to go into the full story, but you can see that there. I've also made a report of this to the police that are taking this seriously. This is a well-traveled, beloved trail on the east side of Spartanburg, and these men were emboldened to threaten my safety and my life in daylight. Thankfully, I was able to get away when another young woman jogged up unknowingly behind them and took a look at what was going on. And we made eye contact, and she turned around and started running back the opposite way. I knew then I couldn't let her out of my sight because they would have me there alone again. So I broke through with my dog, and my little dog lunged at the man in the ski mask as he turned towards me within inches of me, barking and growling as we ran by. I'm still in shock from this incident. I want to make sure that this is an active investigation that will ensure that no one else is traumatized or, God forbid, harmed by these men.
Keep going.
Again, this should never have happened on a well-traveled recreational trail in daylight. And again, like, the details are on Facebook, so please read them because it's terrifying and it's not right, and there's no other explanation. But they were there to do me harm, and we had to warn other people. There was a woman that was about to get on the trail with a toddler in a stroller. There was an elderly couple that we met when we were running back and we told them not to go on, and they didn't. So again, there may have been a third man that was involved. Again, those details are on my Facebook post as well, and the police also have a full description of both men. I didn't pull a full description online because I don't know if somebody's out there that knows these men and could warn them. I'm honestly afraid a little bit to put my face on Facebook, to put my face out here, because I'm afraid of these men.
Gotcha.
And that's all I have to say.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And I know I saw a couple of the officers earlier. Thank you for that. And we are so sorry that that has happened. Ellen.
Thank you, Council. My name is Ellen Atencio, and I am Juliet Wright's mother, and I quickly want to highlight some facts about our Spartanburg police force that have a direct bearing, I think, on my daughter's terrifying experience on the River Birch Trail on Sunday yesterday. And these are facts well known to City Council, whom I know are in close touch with our Spartanburg Police Chief, Alonzo Thompson. It is a fact that a visible police presence is a strong deterrent to crime, and it's far better to deter crime from ever happening than to respond to crime that is happening or that has already happened. And Spartanburg, as you probably know, but many don't know, is experiencing a rapidly dwindling police force in comparison to our expanding population growth. And I know that this has been an ongoing problem from my recent reading. And the fact that it is not keeping pace with the growth of Spartanburg has to do with the fact that we've got 40,000 new people in Spartanburg in the last 4 years, approximately, documented increase, and many more people who are unknown to us who have come into the city. And so I know in 2022, as an incentive to try to attract and to keep our police force, the officers' salaries were raised, and what I read online was that the incentive was a $4,000 raise per year. It did not have an effect. For starters, I would think that we would have a much larger incentive for our men and women in blue. Is that my time already?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I go on for a minute? You know, I would think at least 14,000. I feel like, you know, we need a police presence all over the city, not just downtown, but on recreational activity sites for all of our citizens to feel safe, including Children's City Parks, the rail trail, the River Birch Trail, and all the other great places that we have to offer in Spartanburg. Increased population means that we also have increased city revenues from city taxes, and I believe strongly that a larger police force needs to be the priority in our city's funding, because what does it matter what we have to offer in Spartanburg if we cannot offer the safety of all our citizens protected by the men and women in blue? Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. Thank you. Edward, sir, come on up, Mr. Jenkins.
I'm not as spry as I used to be. Anyway, my name is Edward Jenkins, and I'd rather not be here, but I have spent 25 years in Spartanburg. I've never tried to get any attention, public attention. I volunteered at Wofford football for 3.5 years. If it wasn't for Joe Flacco, who was still playing football, we might have won the national championship in 2003. I worked with the school system in District 7 in 4 different schools. I put a year in with Mary A. Wright to start with, and Cleveland Now Academy, which I helped to make Cleveland Academy. After that, and 2 other schools, I did a year at each, and I got up at 7:30 in the morning, and I went to bed. I quit working with kids at 9 at night for 4 years at 4 different schools. And I brought to Wofford College, Tuskegee Airmen. I brought to the library, Negro League baseball players. All of those men that I brought here are now passed. I have known lots of former Negro League players. I've known lots of Tuskegee Airmen, and I appreciate the fact that I have spent 25 years after retiring in Spartanburg, but I feel that I should, I'm not patting myself on the back. I feel like I should kick myself for I now in the last year have suffered with a neighbor who has brought a tree serving business with the cordwood and with the trucks and with the noise and with the daily changing of his yard. He claims his stuff is his equipment is stuff that he's using to clean his yard. But every day the equipment changes. It gets larger and larger. It's big and noisy. And the last week, January, what was it, the 12th? No, December the 12th, 21st. December the 21st, he loaded a truck with wood in the back of his yard, in his backyard, and he had no way to get out because he had so many vehicles in front of him, and half of them aren't operable. So he drove across my yard, left this huge trail, rut going across my yard. And so I called the police. They came out. They never made a report, though. It was on January 21st. I called them at 12:46 in the afternoon. The crew that came out was A Alpha 66. I don't know what all that means, but I don't care. Anyway, nobody has done anything about this man who claims to have to not have a business there. He's not the owner. The owner is away a lot, but he wants to sell the house to this gentleman for $330,000. It's a bit high, and if he gets it, if this man is able to get up $330,000, they both talked to me and confirmed this, that he's going to buy the house, and the other guy's going to drift off to Florida someplace, the owner, and the gentleman's name, I have his business card, which gives...
Mr. Jenkins,
His address, he says he doesn't have a business there, but here's his business card.
Mr. Jenkins, I can help you.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. We just gotta get people sitting down. Come on.
All right.
You have talked with staff as well. He has talked with staff.
No,
I'll help you with it.
Mr. Limehouse, our assistant.
and I got pictures for a year,
Okay.
and there's nobody's doing nothing, and I wish I hadn't done anything with Spartanburg.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins, and I'm sorry about that. And take a while. All right, where are we? Recognition of City of Spartanburg retiree, Mr. Frank Wilson, engineering inspector. Frank, come on down. Down front, Frank. I know you don't like this, but we got it anyway. We had an opportunity last week to spend a little time with Frank before he made it official. But Mr. Frank Robert Wilson has been a valued employee with the City of Spartanburg for over 27 years. And I do want to say Robin is included as well, his wife. He has had a few roles with the City of Spartanburg, among those roles as building inspector and engineer inspector. Frank has been a valued resource for other departments and has coached other city teammates, including city teammates acquiring various professional qualifications, both in building inspection and building maintenance. In addition to building inspection, engineering, public work, Frank was a reserve police officer for a few years as well. So you can see he's very well-rounded. Frank has a unique ability to communicate with contractors and has always been able to get the most out of every project. So you can see the trouble when we had that ability to deal with the contractors. Yeah, we already know how that goes. Frank is a hard worker and has never shied away from a challenge or a project. Frank is true definition of kindness and compassion and has been true leader to the teammates in public work. We wish Frank and his wife best wishes as they transition into their next journey. So Frank, we do appreciate the time that you've served with us and been with us, and on behalf of the City of Spartanburg, Outstanding Service Award, special recognition to Frank Wilson for his dedication and commitment to the City of Spartanburg. What's that, 3/1/99 to January the 2nd, 2026. I did give Frank the opportunity, the option to say a few words, and of course you can see he ran back to his seat. We have the item 9, proclamation declaring January the 12th, 2026 at Spartanburg Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Day. So we have a few Deltas here. I'm not going to say why Councilwoman Mayor Pro Tem wore her other colors, but so on behalf of the City of Spartanburg, and I do so, just me personally appreciate all that, all the Divine Nine plays a role in helping our young people and just volunteering as a whole, and especially when we see the Deltas out quite often. So with that being said, whereas Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, founded in 1913 at Howard University, is a public service organization committed to promoting academic excellence, providing assistance to those in need, and advocating for social justice. Whereas Spartanburg Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, chartered on November the 18th, 1961, has served the Spartanburg community with distinction through programs to support educational development, international awareness and involvement, physical and mental health awareness, economic development and political awareness and involvement. And whereas the members of the Spartanburg Alumni Chapter has demonstrated unwavering dedication to uplifting the community through initiatives such as scholarship for local students, voter education drive, and partnering that strengthens families and neighborhoods. And whereas the City of Spartanburg recognizes and commends the Spartanburg Alumni Chapter for its outstanding contribution to civic engagement, leadership development, and service that enriches the lives of residents throughout the region. Now, therefore, I, Jerome Rice Jr., by the virtue and authority vested in me as Mayor of the City of Spartanburg, and on behalf of my fellow City Council members, do hereby proclaim the 12th day of January 2026 as Spartanburg Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Day. So thank you.
I'm not the president. I am the second vice president, excuse me. But on behalf of our president, good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Spartanburg Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, we want to express our deepest gratitude for this recognition. To my sorors present, this honor belongs to all of us. Nationally, we celebrate 113 years tomorrow of scholarship, service, and sisterhood and social action. Our legacy of social action began at our very inception. The first public act of our 22 founders was participating in the Women's Suffrage March of 1913. Despite the risk of the time, our founders marched bravely for the right to vote, cementing our role as a sisterhood dedicated to social justice and political awareness. That same spirit of activism has lived in the upstate for 64 years. Since our chartering, the Spartanburg and Lemhi chapter has been a pillar of support for Spartanburg, Cherokee, and Union counties. Through our 5-point programmatic thrust, we have remained on the front lines, mentoring our youth, providing thousands of dollars in scholarships, and advocating for the health and economic empowerment of our neighbors. We don't just live in these communities, we are deeply invested in their future. We accept this proclamation not just as an honor, but as a mandate to continue our work. We remain committed to an uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, and empowerment. Thank you to the City of Spartanburg for recognizing 64 years of local impact and over a century of national service. Let's move forward together with fortitude.
Thank you. Ladies, if you don't mind coming forward, we got to get a quick picture.
Christy's going to get it. Christy's going to get it.
Someone need to come on this side. Yeah. Sit it, yeah, come on, sit it. Come on this side.
Thank you. Where are we? Consent agenda, or 10, consent agenda. A, an ordinance authorizing the city manager to execute documents for the transfer of city-owned property of Spartanburg County to facilitate the construction of the joint government center. Do we need,
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
all in favor? Any that oppose? Ayes have it. B, gotta read through the whole agenda.
The whole, the entire.
You did A and B, consent agenda? Yes. Good, thank you. So item 11, resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a development agreement with Carolina Foothills Federal Credit Union for a location of the corporate headquarters and other matters related thereunto. Mr. Story, city manager.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council. This is an economic development item, but it's also an item that I think relates directly to some of our community development aims. This agreement that's before you, this resolution that would authorize me to execute this agreement, would enable Spartanburg to become the corporate headquarters home for Carolina Foothills Federal Credit Union. That involves the relocation of approximately 20 well-compensated white-collar jobs to our community. That in and of itself is positive. It also involves investment in a facility on the west side of the city on John B. White Boulevard, and the construction of a new facility on the north side on North Church Street. So collectively, about a $6 million investment in the presence of additional white-collar office. It would become the first community development financial institution that is, or a CDFI, we sometimes refer to them as, which is a unique financial it's a unique financial certification that the Department of Treasury gives to organizations that work specifically to serve underserved communities and low-income individuals and help those types of clients meet their financial goals. And it would be the first to be headquartered in Spartanburg. And so we are thrilled about that. We recommend your approval of this action. Carolina Foothills has had a long track record of partnering in and working in our community, notably deep engagement as a partner of the Northside Development Group and of the Power Up initiative and other initiatives that are key to making sure our economic progress in this community is ever more widespread and inclusive, and that we help folks along that economic mobility journey. They've been a great partner in that, and we're thrilled upon your approval to make this community their home base. Recommend your approval. Welcome any questions.
Any questions of Mr. Story?
Yeah, Chris, so you mentioned the 20 jobs and the corporate relocation. The investment that they're looking to make is, what, $6 million?
Yes, sir.
Roughly?
6.
And they're building on Church Street. It would have to go through the DRB?
It would, and we've got